Shalom. Call Halo Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekahak Radash. Shalom and salutations and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, who I continue to learn this 100% truth. Shalom to the elder bishops, the elders and the prophets and the teachers, and the evangelists of Great Millstone, who I also continue to learn this 100% truth from. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Barakatham. Thank you for your sacrifices. Shalom to Speckled Bird, Confused Face, the Akim Aqua, the Akim on the highways and byways, and last but not least, the elect. In this video, I wasn't going to do it. You know, there's been a lot of videos going on about Jake women, and that's really just how the Spirit has been leading the brothers to speak about, because, you know, it's been heavy on us. And I seen this video on TikTok. I had another one, but I didn't feel like I wanted to use that one. But this one came across, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to let the video play, man. I'm going to get some scriptures, man. And you Jake women, man, y'all, it's embarrassing to see y'all out here like this. But, I mean, we know y'all don't care. You have no cares in the world of anything other than, you know, what feels good to you and you know, what looks good to you. But Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is against you, wicked women. And not all women. I'm not talking about all women. Never will and never can. But these are the ones who are against Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And understand that, and you will understand that he's going to be against you. So I'm going to let the video play, and I'm going to get some scriptures. Check it out.
And Jamaica and Hawaii and, you know, South Africa, we're going places. So I need a guy that can keep up, because I travel.
So all it is that Jake women today, they just, they really want to be whores. Esau has given you money and freedom to say what you want, do what you want, and act how you want, how you like. And all you thought about was how simple-minded and ignorant that you can be with no accountability for anything. And like I said, I didn't really want to have to do this video because a lot of videos go out every day, not even with brothers in the truth. And, you know what I mean? And, you know, this the red pill content, you know, there's a lot of brothers now that's more understanding of, you know, teaching about these women. And I'm not talking the biblical, but just in general, because you women have made things, before you used to be very discreet about how you carried yourself, but now you're just all out there, and you're out there like that because you're proud. You don't know any other way to be. So, you know, your attitude is, you're like a drug dealer with a product that, you know, people, once they start using it, they can't refuse it. You don't care. So you're going to do what you want to do. So, and say what you want to say. But I'm going to let the video play, and then I'm going to get some scriptures.
You ever notice that the majority of these women, no matter what age, kind of sound and act the same? A lot of times a 50 or 60-year-old woman sounds like a 21-year-old girl, especially when it comes to requirements that they have for men.
I hear you, brother. This is what you have to remember. The average black woman in America don't get no older than about 14. So just talk to her and deal with her like you're dealing with a 14.
And this is an elder. I forgot her name, and she's a woman. She's a so-called black woman, and she understands. She's a so-called black woman that lives in Babylon, so she understands and she sees and she knows what the deal is with our women, and she's calling it out for what it is. And a lot of other women too, they also are calling these things out, but the majority are just saying, hell no. We won't go back to the mentality of being women anymore. We want to be stunts. That's what I call them. I got that from my uncle. And if you ask me what is a stunt, and it's naturally a replacement for the original. And that's what a lot of you women are, you stunts.
15-year-old. Don't come at her like you dealing with an equal, because she's not going to be able to accept that. You got to go way back. And we cut off at about 14 or 15. We don't develop and mature no further until we get some new information and accept some different information.
And because your mind cuts off at an early age and you're not willing to accept any new information because Esau's got your mind set on doing and acting the way you do. So you don't think that you need to grow. You don't think that you need to learn anything. You rather substitute knowledge for ignorance. You rather substitute wisdom for folly. You know what I'm saying? And Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to show you real soon that he's against you. And we're going to see, because he's going to also put the spirit on his men to not accept you. You know what I mean? It's going to be like Noah when he closed the door, when he closed that door of the ark. You know what I mean? Because men are still men. But, and as long as we may think or feel or seem that, or you seem like that you want to be obedient, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to put the spirit on us to recognize that you were one of those women, or you was one of those women, and you still are, but you know what I mean, you're hypergamous, so you know how to do what you must do to survive, even if that means to act, because a lot of women know how to act until they can get what they want. We see it every day, and for years they've been doing this, act and play as if they care or love someone and respect someone, and then after they get a certain amount of years into that relationship, then they just out of nowhere, they're not in love, they don't care, they don't respect, and they want you to pay and front their lifestyle. And when they do get that lifestyle, all they do is just go out and be whores. They don't do anything special. They don't help anyone. They just help themselves to doing whatever it is that they choose they want to do, which is in most cases being whores.
And she gonna fight against rape, because that's how we have been reared by the enemy. That ain't her you fighting. You fighting the demon in her that was put in her by the enemy. Dubai and Jamaica.
All right, so with that, you know what I mean, let's get some scriptures. Let's go to and it's sad, but at the same time, it's educational to understand what you up against, Israelite man. This is 1 Peter 3:1, and it reads, "Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your husband, to your own husbands, that if any obeyed not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives, while they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear." So naturally, your wife is supposed to fear you. Like we fear Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Our women are supposed to fear us, but they don't. You know who they fear? They fear Esau, man. That's what they fear. So they get with you for lust purposes, to fulfill their lusts. Pretty much like the heathen women too. They get with you to fulfill their lusts. And then after they're done with you, you know, they have no more need for you. This is 1 Corinthians 14:34, and it reads, "Let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law." So these women, they are not silent in the churches. They feel that they can say and do what they want to do and disrespect whoever they want to. I just seen a video where Jake woman had twin sons, and they were sitting in the front of the car in the front seats, and she was sitting in the back. And for whatever reason, she was upset with them. She started spilling milkshakes or Frosties or whatever you call it all over them. And they sat there and they dealt with it. And they started trying to read the scriptures about respecting your mother. And that was Angry Man. That was Angry Man. Tzlaki. It was Angry Man, I believe. I don't know if I subscribe to him, but I do get a lot of his notifications. But yeah, man, it was just embarrassing on how our women act, man. Very embarrassing, man. And Yahweh Shai is he's gonna put the spirit on the brothers real soon to start putting foot in ass. Really. Sirach 26 and 14. And there's going to be no one to help you. Esau ain't going to be able to help you. The Lord ain't going to be able to help you. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. Now understand this. The scriptures tell us that, choosing a woman, you're going to have problems in the flesh. So, ultimately at the end of the day, women are still women. You know what I mean? And, their job is to, how can I conquer or keep him down? And they don't know any other way to be but that way. So you have to understand that you can find you a good woman, but you're still going to be tested through her. And and the devil loves to use her to bring you down. That's his best kept secret weapon, is using her to keep you down. And you thinking to yourself, no, she could love me. She loves me. No, she don't love you. Love, what is love anyways? Love is keeping her law, statutes, and commandments. So if she's not fearing you and following your lead, then it's no real love. And a lot of women don't want to take instruction from their men, especially that Jake man. And this is one of the reasons why we're in the situations we're in today, because of that woman. Sirach 25 and 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Yeah, man. And I tell people all the time, I truly didn't understand women or know women until I started to learn the scriptures. And I'm talking about every woman. I don't care if she's your mother, your aunt, your sister, your cousin. I don't care. All women. Your mother's a woman, yes, her too. You effeminate punks. So Romans 7 and 2. For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband. So long as he liveth, but if the husband be dead, she is loose from the law of her husband. Now, how many women today we got running around divorcing their husbands, sleeping with a whole bunch of different other men? You see why Yahweh Shai has to come back? Because this place is contaminated and it is effed up out here. And ain't nothing good out here no more, man. Because these women are gone. And the same way we acted as men to Yahweh Shai is the same way he put into our women to act towards us. So this is why we're going through what we go through with these women. Because we didn't want to listen and follow Yahweh Shai. Because we are Yahweh Shai's women. You know what I mean? We are joined. We are married to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And because we decided to whore off with idolatry and adultery and all kinds of all those things spiritually, he became very wroth with us. And he said, okay, well, I'm going to show you. Since you don't know, I'm going to show you. And this is why we're going through what we're going through with the women. This is 1 Timothy 5 and 5. Now, she that is a widow indeed and desolate trusteth in the Most High, and continueth in supplications and prayers night and day. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Now, we do and should know that most women live for pleasure. Everything is about what they want. And believe it or not, they really don't want much. But what they do want, they make a big hassle about. And it means nothing. Proverbs 9 and 13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple, knoweth nothing. Like this woman right here. For she sitteth at the door of her house on a seat in the high places of the city to call passengers who go right on their ways. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. And as for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him, stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he knoweth not the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. So let me get that in the NLT. Let's get that in the NLT. pulling up my blue letter Bible here. Let's see. Okay, so I can't pull it up I have to be online with this one. Let's see, hold up. Let's see if I can get it real quick. I want to get it. Proverbs 9 and 13. Let's see here. And it reads, folly, and you see at the heading it says, folly calls for a hearing. The woman named Folly is brash. She is ignorant and doesn't know it. Woo-hoo-hoo! That's it right there. I'm done. She sits in her doorway on the heights overlooking the city. She is called out to men going by who are minding their own business. Come in with me, she urges the simple. To those who lack good judgment, she says, stolen water is refreshing. Food eaten in the secret tastes the best. But little do they know that the dead are there. Her guests are in the depths of the grave. That's heavy right there, man. That is very heavy right there. That's why you got to be careful dealing with these women, man. You know, and there's more I can go into, but I'm not. I'm gonna keep it simple. Proverbs 30 and 20 in the NLT, and it reads, an adulterous woman consumes a man, then wipes her mouth and says, what's wrong with that? There are 3 things that make the earth tremble. No, for it cannot endure. A slave who becomes a king, an overbearing fool who prospers, a bitter woman who finally gets a husband, a servant girl who supplants her mistress. Okay? So Abba Rakhtazai, you were edified with that lesson because you gotta watch out for these women. They had the demonic spirit in them to bring you down. And all you really want, I heard Elder Apostle Gabar say this the other day, and I could definitely vouch for this because this is how I started out when I first moved on my own. I'm gonna just bluntly say what he said. I don't need a woman for anything but sex. I could do everything else myself. Yeah, learn that, fellas. Abba Rakhtazai, you were edified with the lesson. I'm gonna say, Call Halo Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekahak Radash Shalom, and salutations and double honors again to the elder apostles of Great Millstone on down, and shalom to the elect. Shalom.